Hi everybody, Brickette here showing the locations of all 20 coffee breaks in LEGO City Undercover. The first coffee break I'll take is in Cherry Tree Hills, a little bit past the crookedest street in front of this house. Oh no, I just smashed up my car.
I'll come back and give you my insurance details later.
Thanks to Paul J, Itzy Sean YT, Random Things 192, Juan Pablo Galea, and from a long time ago, Edvin Gamer 233, Yon Magni, Taryn J, Roblox Noob, Colsey 3102, Keith Stickman, Amy Hodap, Darthkid 2005, and Mimi for requesting this video. I know it's been a while, but I wanted to thank you all anyway. Sorry if I butchered anyone's name. The timestamps of all the coffee breaks are in the description if you want to skip right to them. The next coffee break is in Auburn, sorta close to the train station. If you have the jetpack, you can go to the right here and jet over the fence for the coffee break. If you don't have the jetpack, you can go around to the other side and drill some loose tiles to get there. Hold the left button, then hit the right button. I always do that. We're right there. There are 2 coffee breaks in Fort Meadows. One is right about there by the pavilion. I didn't build the train station in Fort Meadows because I didn't want to lose the red train, so I'll have to drive or fly there. After you build the last train station, the Emerald Knight, green train, replaces the Sidonia, red train, and you can't get the red train back.
Sorry, it's an emergency.
I wish I would have left the Crescent Park train station for last though, because I don't have much use for it, but the Fort Meadows one is very useful. I cut off a lot of that long drive. The coffee break on the east side of Fort Meadows is close to the diner. That's the pavilion I was talking about. The other coffee break in Fort Meadows is in that big field by the pig farm. I should have turned right there. The coffee break in Bluebell National Park is right about there. There's a dynamite vending machine over there if you need it. We need the police disguise, and we have to stand in the exact spot to get the prompt. I tried jumping over there several times without the jetpack, but I couldn't do it. So then I tried the chicken glide. That worked. Oh, a small super brick. The coffee break in Uptown is around the corner from the toy store, right next to the Herbert Hotel.
Ooh, that sounded expensive.
There's the Herbert Hotel in Uptown. The coffee break in Crescent Park is, wait for it, at the coffee shop. It's about halfway between the two train stations. I like to get there from the Bright Lights Plaza train station because it's fun to fly through the globe with a car.
Whoa. Sorry, police business.
I think I'll go to
Steer to the right while you're in the air to get to the giant coffee cup. Now I'll go back to the Bright Lights Plaza train station for the coffee break at the southern end.
What? Police business.
It wouldn't let me mark it. Maybe because half of it's in the water.
I'll come back and give you my insurance details later.
The coffee break is right below this orange phone. We can get to the Pagoda coffee break the same way we went to unlock the free run. Or you can jetpack up to that awning to the left to get up here faster. I showed that in my Pagoda characters video. I'll link it in the description. From Pagoda, we can get to the Grand Canal for another coffee break. We can usually find a boat right around here. There are usually a few boats around this Colin Point super build. Sometimes this boat has tall masts that might not fit under the bridge, but I think they just break off and you can keep going. If you keep an eye on your mini-map, you can see the opening to the Grand Canal. Right there. Keep to the right when it splits here. There's a super brick over here that we can get with the crowbar. The coffee break in Festival Square is next to where we start to unlock the free run. The coffee break in the downtown area starts by the free run, which doesn't show on the map right now. How weird. Whoa, just missed it. Now the free run shows on the map. I moved away from it so we could see it better. I have to jump here. Sometimes I can just walk up to a wall or pole and start climbing. I like to use the jetpack for some of this parkour in case I need to recover from a fall. We can take this coffee break on the way to unlocking the free run. But you might have done the free run before you got the construction worker.
Hello there.
This part is always iffy for me, but this time it worked. You can also just jetpack right around the corner, which I did in my free runs video. I goofed and oversaturated that one. Oh man. You can get to Lady Liberty Island from here if you have Rex Fury. Of course you don't have to be him every time, just the first time to unlock the island. You get in this area from the flat side of it.
I have no idea why I didn't get that. Ow! Why isn't it sad? Yo! What's shaking?
The coffee break in King's Court is back here where the graduate character token was.
Hey!
We're right here. Now I'm going to take the ferry over to Apollo Island to take 2 coffee breaks.
Yowzers!
Boy, we sure have to go far for coffee breaks.
If you swab the deck, you can travel for free, plus a small administration charge.
The first coffee break on Apollo Island I'll go for is on the south side near the stunt ramp in one of the garages.
It's gonna need repairing.
There's the loop-de-loop super build. And the stunt ramp is up there at the end. The coffee break is in garage number 23. I love how he repairs things. The other coffee break on Apollo Island is behind this building. We can take the stunt ramp to that little island and teleport over to the other part of the island for the fun way, or we can just drive over. Just for reference, that's where we go up for the free run and several other things. The coffee break in Fresco is right about there.
Sorry, police business.
Over to the right. Here's another way to it, or from it. You can also get to the Grand Canal one from Fresco. The coffee break in Paradise Sands is across the street from the Call-In Point Superbuild. There's the Call-In Point Superbuild.
This is an emergency.
The coffee break at the LEGO City Airport is close to the helipad. You'll need the jetpack. You can also jetpack off that plane right there to get up here. There's a large super brick up there. There's the helipad over there. Now we'll go all the way back to Cherry Tree Hills to take the ferry to Albatross Island.
Back to Albatross Prison. Keep hold of your wallet. We might capsize.
You can go to the left or the right here, depending on if you've opened the back gate or not.
I should spend more time in the countryside.
Oh!
That's another job checked off the list, Chase. Well done.
Albert Spindlerouter is a construction worker. Shocker! And costs 40,000 studs. He sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the story. I think the voice actor does a great job with him.
I can't wait to start my new job at the fire department next week.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, which I really appreciate. And subscribe to see when I upload new videos. And I'll see you next time.